Hey Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ray. Today we'll be looking at your detailed tarot reading predictions for the month of July 2023, so let's get started. Okay, Capricorn, starting off with the Death card in your current situation. This is the energy that you are entering into the month of July with. I'm seeing you manifesting major change and transformation for yourself this month, Capricorn. It could be an ending in your career and finances, or for some of you, this might have to do with a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be a friendship or a relationship with a family member, so take it how it resonates. But some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. I just heard that. This feels like you going through some sort of rebirth process because endings bring new beginnings, okay? And you start the reading with the Death card and you end with the Fool, okay? So I'm seeing renewal here. I'm seeing you going through a cycle. It's like this whole reading comes full circle. It starts with an ending and it ends with a new beginning. Your advice for July is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. And you also have the Eight of Coins here. Now, in terms of finances and career, for some of you, I'm seeing a new job opportunity coming your way, something that you're very passionate about, really putting in the work and making the effort to see the results that you want. For some of you, this could also do with like inner healing or working on yourself or your physical or mental health, really doing the inner work so that you can move forward and make the effort for yourself, show up for yourself, especially if you're on the healing journey. That could be that transition that you're in the middle of right now with this Death card. The change that you're manifesting could just be you going through like the process of a rebirth, being your best self always, learning how to be your best self. In terms of relationships, some of you might be choosing to end a relationship with this person altogether. With the Death card and the Page of Swords here, you might be cutting somebody off and then like shifting your focus to your career and finances. You know what I mean? Like, this is like a side message for the brokenhearted. If you've recently gone through a breakup, I'm seeing you making the effort for yourself. You know what I mean? Like putting that energy into your career and finances to help you feel more confident and get back on your feet. Some of you are going to focus on your money and just distract yourself with your work, keeping busy so that you can feel more confident and focusing on your achievements, your accomplishments, and your goals. If you want to make it work with this person, however, if you're not giving up on this person yet, I'm seeing this could just be a cycle between you and a current person, especially if there's been a rough patch here with that Page of Swords and the Death card. If you want to have a new beginning with this person, like a relationship renewal, if the two of you want to start over, there is potential for you to work on this. But somebody has to make the effort, okay? You both have to be willing to make the effort for each other, especially if there's trust issues involved. You need to increase that communication so that you can collaborate and solve your problems. At your base, you have the Nine of Wands. Capricorn, you have learned so much on your journey, okay? This card is about, I feel like somebody here has their walls up, has their guard up, especially if this is about a relationship. There might be trust issues involved here. In terms of career and finances, for those of you who are starting a new job or like a new opportunity or something, you might feel like there's a weight on your shoulders as you take on more responsibility. But once you kind of like get into the groove of things, I'm seeing that you're kind of going to get used to it, okay? Because the Nine of Wands is about perseverance as well. It feels like you're in the last stretch of this cycle now, where if you push forward to the end, you can manifest that new beginning and that success that you want for yourself, okay? In terms of relationships, again, I'm feeling like if this is a past person, or if there have been like issues between the two of you in the past, there are trust issues here. I feel like somebody has their guard up. But it kind of feels like through this transition, Capricorn, through this rebirth process, I'm hearing that you've changed, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that you needed to be the one who changed, right? But I feel like you've outgrown the problems that you used to have. Does that make sense? Like you've gone through a rebirth process where everything has kind of been put into perspective for you because it feels like you've learned a lot through whatever this transition was for you, and it's something that's made you stronger. In your past, you have this Six of Wands. I'm getting another message about career and finances. Some of you have recently gotten like a promotion or some sort of advancement in position. There might have been some sort of financial increase here. I'm hearing some of you got a raise. And again, it's like you're getting the acknowledgement that you deserve in your career and finances, and that success and personal growth is yours to take. Like you came out on top here, like whatever it was, like you beat the odds, Capricorn. That's what I'm hearing. Like you won at life, okay? Especially if there was like a literal competition involved, especially in your career and finances. It's like you got the results that you wanted and you're living in that confident energy right now. Like you feel like a winner. Like all the effort that you made, I'm hearing hard work pays off, okay? And in terms of relationships, some of you might have been single for a while with this Six of Wands here and also the Nine of Cups, and I'll get to that card in a minute. It feels like you're in a very confident place right now where you're learning how to make the effort for yourself, especially if this is a past person or somebody that you've had issues with in the past. It feels like if you've been single for a while, you've been getting a lot of attention, Capricorn. You have your options open. Some of you might have just been dating around, exploring your type, looking for something more casual, no strings attached, but it's like you're fine with that, right? Because right now you're just focused on yourself and showing up for yourself, making the effort for yourself so that you can live in your truth more. And I feel like if you are single right now, you have a lot of options, okay? You're getting a lot of attention because you're coming through as a very confident and successful person. In your crowning thoughts, you have the Magician. So again, we have an ending card followed by another new beginning. If I could pick up the Death card, there we go, with my long nails. So you have an ending and you have a new beginning, okay? The Magician is card number 1, signifying that number of that new beginning. And I'm hearing you're a natural leader, Capricorn, or you're taking on like more responsibility, especially in your career and finances. Some of you might be in a leadership role. I just heard that as well. But it feels like, again, this is something that you've been manifesting, okay? Even if it was like completely subconscious, because you've been focused on yourself recently, on living your best life and speaking your truth, because you've been in this confident, positive energy, it's like you're in touch with your higher power right now, okay? And again, I'm seeing you coming through as very strong, like you've matured, you've grown, you've changed a lot, and you've learned a lot about yourself, and that's helping you manifest those new opportunities and these new people for you. For some of you, I'm also hearing with this Fool card here, this could be about new love in relationships as well, especially if you've been single for a while and you're like looking for something a little bit more committed. Some of you could be manifesting a new person coming your way. This person might be carrying past energies for some of you with the Death card here and the Page of Swords, but I'm not necessarily feeling like this person is directly connected to an ex. For some of you, this person might be in the middle of a healing phase, and it's just kind of like they're still in past energies right now. Like this person might have a little bit of baggage, but for the most part, I feel like there's a lot of potential here. Like you are in a confident space right now where you are focused on achieving your true potential, and you have. In your immediate future, you have the Nine of Cups. This is a card of emotional independence. And again, I'm seeing you coming through very confident in your energy in this reading, Capricorn, okay? Because you've learned how to make the effort for yourself. You've been practicing a lot of self-care and self-love and also self-awareness recently. That's what I'm hearing for you. And in terms of personal relationships, it feels like whatever this past energy is or was with the Death card and the Page of Swords, it's like if you tend to fall into the habit of being in relationships where there's an imbalanced connection, like if you tend to attract people who you feel do not make as much effort for you as you make for them, That's what's changing. That is what you might have been learning recently with that 9 of Wands, Capricorn. And that's what you're manifesting, is somebody new coming your way who will actually make the effort for you and who you feel like is a real equal and treats you the way that you want to be treated. Because I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you're going through a glow up right now and you're leveling up and you're raising your standards in terms of how you will accept being treated. And you're not going to settle for anybody who would never fight for you back. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hearing if you're going to fight for somebody, they better be willing to fight for you back. Like, if you're making an effort, they have to make an effort too. Like, it's a two-way street. And that's what you're focused on in terms of manifesting your relationships right now and the way that you want to be treated. But I'm seeing fulfillment overall. I'm seeing pleasure. Again, some of you might not even be looking for anything serious or committed. You might just be like looking for something casual, no strings attached, maybe friends with benefits. Live your best life. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to read the cards. I'm seeing wish fulfillment coming your way. And again, for some of you, that could be in terms of relationships, manifesting somebody who's going to be very good for you, better than you've had in the past, manifesting the person that you deserve and who deserves you as well. And also in terms of just success and personal growth, like you're just happy to be here, Capricorn. Like, that's what I'm hearing for you. Because you're showing up for yourself and you're making an effort in your own life. And it's like that's helping you manifest this change coming your way. You have the Page of Swords here. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be your energy if you are on the cusp between a Capricorn and Aquarius, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like this is the other person's energy for most of you. There might be an age gap involved here, or somebody could just be emotionally immature. For some of you, there could be kids involved, especially if this is a past person, or again, this could just be past energies that you've been dealing with before. It feels like there's petty gossip involved in this situation, like a lot of he said, she said between you and this person. Or especially with the Six of Wands here, like there were a lot of eyes on your relationship for whatever reason. Like something went down between you and this person that caused a lot of drama and conflict, and it's like everybody was talking about it. Like suddenly it was everybody's business. You know what I mean? And for some of you, this could just be trust issues, because the Page of Swords is a deception card, okay? With the Death card here, if there was deception between the two of you in the past, you might have suspected that this person was hiding things from you or lying to you about something or keeping secrets. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but I feel like for some of you, there are trust issues between you and this person for whatever reason. That could be lingering past energy, if it's not something that's necessarily between the two of you. Like if this is a new person, for example, and there's no history here, this person could just have trust issues. Or again, energies could be reversed. You could have trust issues. Somebody here has been hurt before with the Death card. Okay, that's what I think this is. Past lingering energies, possibly from childhood trauma for some of you, or just like previous baggage from toxic relationships that this person has been through in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a fear of expressing oneself emotionally here, a fear of opening up and being vulnerable. Because once you open up and express yourself and like express your feelings for a person, you're kind of opening yourself up to the chance of being rejected as well, which is why that can be so scary. But you can't be in a real relationship without giving somebody the power to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like that's just the name of the game. And that's where that trust and communication comes in, because you have to take a chance and just hope that this person will not take advantage of you that way. In the other person's perspective, they are coming through as the Knight of Wands. Now, in terms of personal relationships, with that emotionally immature energy that I got with the Page of Swords, this person might be a player. You could be dealing with a fire sign, by the way, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be your energy if you are on the cusp between Sagittarius and Capricorn, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like this person might be a little bit of a player. That could be some of the possible issues that the two of you had in the past, if this was a past person. If this is a new person, this person is giving me like F-boy, F-girl energy, like player vibes. So for some of you, that might be what's causing those trust issues there with the Page of Swords. Because if you feel like you're seeing red flags and there's just something off about this person's energy, that could be what you're seeing from them. You know what I mean? Like, don't ignore the red flags if you feel like they're there. Because if you feel like this person is not making as much of an effort as they should be, this person might be playing the field or keeping their options open or whatever. I mean, it's up to you whether or not you're going to choose to trust this person, Capricorn, of course. In terms of career and finances, again, I'm seeing you in a place where you are taking action, okay? Very action oriented, taking steps toward your ambition. And I'm hearing that you're also a risk taker, like you're not afraid to take chances when it comes to your career. Because with this Magician card, I'm seeing that you have good ideas. Like, that's what I keep hearing. Like, you are very inventive, creative. You make smart business decisions. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I feel like that somebody needed like a little reassurance there. Like, you do know what you're doing, especially by now. And if for some of you, I'm also hearing that there could be travel involved. You might travel a lot for work, or this opportunity coming your way might involve a relocation, okay? Or potentially for some of you, this might have been, if in terms of, some of you might be thinking of buying new property or moving into a new home. In terms of personal relationships as well, there might have been some long distance involved here. You have the Two of Wands here. It's time for you to advance. With this Six of Wands here as well, like I said earlier, I'm hearing that message again that some of you are advancing your position, advancing your career, especially if you're getting a raise or a promotion. I hope you heard that. That was a message that this confirmation is for you. But I feels like you're at a crossroads, Capricorn, okay? And I feel like you have a choice to make. You have a decision to make in terms of what direction you want to go here. Some of you are thinking of exploring your prospects, okay, exploring your options a little bit more, and that could also be in terms of relationships, especially if you are considering letting go of this person because they're not making the effort for you anymore. But it feels like your relationship with this person is at a crossroads, okay, and you get to decide whether or not you want to keep fighting for them or to just be single right now. Or if you're already single and this is a new person, again, you get to decide whether or not you want to keep being single or you want to take a chance with them. But it feels like you're kind of in the space right now where you're weighing the pros and the cons. In your outcome, you have the Fool. So like I said earlier, this reading comes full circle. You start with an ending and you end with a new beginning, okay? You are manifesting major change and transformation for yourself right now, Capricorn. I'm getting major glow up vibes, okay? Like major level up energy. And it feels like no matter what you decide, you're taking a leap of faith and you're up for the adventure, okay? Whatever this beginning is for you, it's like you're not afraid to take that leap of faith. You're not afraid to take a risk. Like I said with the Knight of Wands, if there's even the smallest chance that this risk is going to bring you a happy ending or carry you closer to your goals. Like you're ready to make the effort and really dig in your heels and fight for what it is that what you want. Because it feels like you're in this very confident, adventurous, free-spirited energy right now. I keep hearing that word, confident. Because you have the Six of Wands, the Magician, the Nine of Cups, the Fool. Okay, nothing is holding you back from what you want. Clarifying the Death card is the Eight of Wands. Whatever this is unfolding for you, Capricorn, it feels unexpected, okay? And it's going to happen fast, okay? I'm seeing you manifesting movement, okay? Whatever this change is coming your way, it's going to move you forward in the direction that you want, okay? But you're making progress forward, especially if this has to do with your career and finances. Whatever this is, it's like unfolding very quickly for you. I'm seeing you manifesting some sort of change that's going to kind of have a snowball effect, which sounds a little weird, but I'm almost seeing like a chain reaction in my head, where whatever it is that you're letting go of, it's going to move you forward so quickly, almost unexpectedly. Because once you start making the effort for yourself, or making the effort for this person, whatever it is that you're deciding to do, it's like you're immediately going to get signs that that was the right decision for you to make, because your life is going to move forward so quickly, and you're going to see that significant improvement, whether it be literal in terms of financial increases, or it be like more of an emotional sense of prosperity and confidence. Like I said, I keep seeing you in this level up energy, like I'm getting glow up vibes, okay? Because you are manifesting this change and transformation for yourself and focusing on being your best self always. Again, if you're dealing with a person right now, this could be unexpected communication coming your way. If this is a past person, they might just want to get some closure. You might accept their apology just to kind of leave the past behind. But it's like once you close out that cycle with this person, you're ready for that next adventure. You're ready for that new beginning. Clarifying the Page of Swords is the Temperance card. This is more Sagittarius energy, and I'm hearing multiple messages. For some of you, this is about healing, and I'm hearing that you're kind of going within right now and asking yourself what it is that you need to do to, again, make the effort for yourself, to show up for yourself more. For those of you who are practicing taking care of your physical and your mental health, it's like you're asking yourself, what do I need to do to maintain that sense of balance in my life? Okay, some of you are making like a lifestyle change. I'm seeing you could be going on a diet or experimenting with a workout plan. Some of you are going to therapy to work on your mental health, especially if you have childhood traumas that you need to deal with, or just a lot of baggage from previous toxic relationships that you want to help get rid of. I'm also seeing healing with a past person for some of you. Again, it might not necessarily be a full reconciliation. Or again, this could just be you dealing with situations from the past being brought back, like past energies here, if this is not directly about you in connection with a past person. But I am seeing healing here. This is a past person coming forward. I feel like this person has an eye on you with this Page of Swords energy, okay? They're watching you. I don't mean that in a creepy way, but like if you still have this person on like social media, for example, like, yeah, they're checking on you. They're looking at your posts, they're watching your stories and all that. Like, I feel like this person is waiting for the right time to come forward and try to communicate with you. And again, for some of you, that communication might be unexpected with the Eight of Wands there. It's up to you whether or not you want to renew your connection with this person. But again, you have the Fool here. So whether it's a new beginning on your own or if it's a new beginning with this person, it feels like you are really focused on yourself right now in whatever way that works for you. Make the effort for yourself. Do what's best for you. If you feel like there's too much history here, you're just going to move forward on your own. If you feel like this can be salvaged, the two of you are going to have to learn to make the effort for each other. And you're going to have to be patient if that's the route you want to take. It's not going to happen overnight, because if you want to take that route, you need to rebuild trust and communication with this person, and that's going to take time. So it's up to you, Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, I feel like those are the messages that you needed to hear for the month of July 2023. You can comment down below or like this video to let me know if any of this resonates. That engagement helps me a lot. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel. We're a small family, but we grow every single day because of you. I mean it when I say that I love and appreciate every single one of you for that, so thank you so much for your support. Make sure you click that bell if you never want to miss a tarot reading from me so that you can be notified every time I post, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye, Capricorn.